G'day folks, welcome back to Stuff and Such, where we do all sorts of such and stuff. We're back here up at Jen's clinic installing one of the last remaining pieces to the puzzle of making it flawless. So this clinic, it's a off-grid unit. In the back is the power station. We got the two solar panels. We may add a third one into the eastern facing direction. Right now these are more facing due south to get a little picture window here, but anyways, that's kind of getting off topic. So I have been running a 1000 watt inverter with a 2000 watt surge on it, but very occasionally it'll trip, and the only way to reset it is to come back to outside and manually reset it. And there's really no reason that I found that it's doing it. I don't think it's not underpowered. The batteries have lots of power. It's just random fluky thing that is unsolvable. So I need to come up with a solution that makes so that all of her appointments run flawlessly with zero interruption. She has an electric lifting table inside that it only pulls about 400 watts, so it's not really a big draw. There's a little bit of a surge, but doesn't seem to be that big. But essentially, if the inverter trips, it's going to degrade the experience, and it's hard to run a medical practice when you're in the dark, and it's not going to work. So what I've did, I've purchased this new inverter. It's a 2500 watt with a 5000 watt surge, and it also has a few other features that we'll go over. Right now we're just going to install it and you guys can follow along. So the sun actually just peeked out for the first time in forever. Let's see if we can't fire up our solar app and find out what it's doing with that little bit of sun poking out. It wouldn't surprise me if it's really pulling some draw. Imagine the battery's a little bit down. Oh, not too bad actually. 91 watts, so nothing extremely wild, but enough to poke away and charge the batteries up. Batteries are normal. It's kind of just a boost mode. So here we go into the control box where we have all of our electronics. Now the best way to do this would be, we'll have to completely take everything off and then reset everything. I would like to clean these wires up someday when we have a little bit of time and have everything all kind of working like we would like it to. Take off our positive leads. It's quite a chaotic line of wires. Not exactly a job that I'm quite proud of, but it's what we're dealing with at the moment. There we go. This is the inverter that we have been using. I felt it should be a strong enough unit, but for whatever reason it's not. So we'll put that away and to use another day situation. And now we will bring out the big one. So there is the replacement. As you can tell, it's got significantly more size to it. That's the new one. versus the old one. In every shape, and it is much larger, so hopefully that will last forever. I kind of wanted to go extra big. One, for the reason that I was talking about, wanting to ensure that no issues ever happen, but also where this clinic is located is right near the market garden, and oftentimes we have a lot of tourism in the summer. So if I could actually run a little fridge out there, I'd like to be able to do that, to offer drinks and other fridgeable items, worms and fishing stuff, because we are kind of in a fishing little area that a lot of people leave the big cities to and come here. I can already see we got a problem. Don't know why they do that. The problem here is that the terminals are not going to fit on the battery. They'll fit on one but not the other. Well, and they're actually kind of short. So, negative review on that. Why they would use small little leads to do that. The wires are about the same, so maybe I can steal them off this thing if I can get them off with my limited tooling. So the Duracell inverter, the small one, actually came factory with bigger leads on it than the Vevor that I just purchased. Okay, I can only reach this battery. This probably will spark now. And then these two. Oh, power, back up, back up. Well, that made things mad. Oops. Turns out you shouldn't do that. So the nice thing about this machine is that it comes with this remote. And this remote will allow a person to turn it on and off from the inside. Right now it says it's doing 0 watts on the inside. We'll go and confirm that. Maybe plug something in, put some load on it. Fire up the lights. One thing that other inverter used to do, I forgot to wire up that heater again. Oops. When you ran the table, the lights would kind of flicker. Now that just might end up being the nature of the beast. But here's the foot pad. Let's see. Please don't flicker. Oh, I still got a bit of a flicker. And we'll throw the fridge on. Back in this corner is where we're gonna put that little cord up through there, and then have a little display right beside the heat thermostat controller, and then that should take care of that. All right, let's head outside and check things out. It'd be wonderful to have slip-on boots. Still dealing with spring mud. Doing everything I can to keep this not filthy in here. Get my boots back on. There. So there's what we're currently doing. 154 watts coming in from the solar panels. It's charging 11 watts. It's not really sunny out. You can't quite maybe see. That's the information of what's happening inside. Go ahead and wire up the heater again, get that working. Go. This next portion I'm not overly looking forward to, because it sort of means I'm gonna have to lay in the mud, which is not fun. So I need to be able to fish my cord down underneath and get this little panel plugged in. I found this old chunk of snow machine cowling. It's not the greatest, but better than nothing, I guess. Ugh, gross. The water's coming up. We're up. I have to go back in and plug that controller in, but I feel kind of filthy. There's the USB. .7 volts. Don't know what the refresh button does. So what I'll do is I'll mount that I'll mount that somewhere, but I'll do it when I'm washed up.
Start heating.
Oh yeah, she wanted me to shut this voice up. Russian. I think I had it. There. So that's basically what the display is. You can turn it on and off and turn the light on. I don't know what that button does. Well, that pretty much has her. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up, and that's what it. One more little job off the plate. All right, guys. Let's take a quick walk. This is for viewer Rita. Ooh, I forget. Rita Matthews. She's one of the frequent commenters. If I got your username wrong, I'm sorry. But you wanted to see a bigger pudding stone. Here's one right here. For perspective, so then how far this one's into the ground, but big enough. Can't get her out. See all that color in there. This is a chunk that broke off. There we go. It's wiggly, but it doesn't want to come. Alright guys, this video is probably dragged on way longer than most of you have intentions of listening and watching me for, but thanks for watching. And, like always, I'll see you on the next time. Bye for now.